Because you're always like, oh, fucking drunk like 4 nights in a row and I fucking feel like shit. Tell me to stop drinking. And I'm like, okay, stop drinking. And then the next morning you're like, well, I'm hungover again. And I'm like, I told you.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Weren't we literally saying in the last podcast that Greg was like, you said, to be fair though, Greg, when you drink, you're very sensible. You have 4 wines and then you go to bed. And
It's
he's
true,
waking up. Do you wake up like that every day?
I'm a very sensible drinker. I do drink very sensibly. You know, like when I like drink responsibly.
Yeah.
That's just me. I drink responsibly.
So, Greg, we want to hear about your band because you've never really spoken about it before.
Well,
your mate is back, isn't he?
Yeah,
So...
well, I
genuinely not as a joke. Greg is a very good musician, and I rate Greg.
Yeah, so like
the end song, Greg composed, and it's beautiful.
Well, 2016, me and my mates, I was like round my mate's house for like New Year's. I was fucked up on like ecstasy, and I was like feeling like I was like hugging this rug.
The rug, yeah.
I was having a great time.
The rug hug.
And then I went upstairs because I was like, oh, I need to puke, and I went up and like puked in the toilet. And then I looked at my mate's room and I saw he had a drum kit. I was like, what the fuck are you playing drums? He's like, yeah, man. And then we were like, oh shit, let's jam. So we jammed round his. And then my mate Johnny, who lived with him, he recently bought like one of these synthesizers. And Johnny is like one of those people that doesn't understand music, but he understands music.
Johnny's been in one of our videos, by the way.
Yeah, so you...
2
yeah.
of our videos.
Oh yeah, he has. He's been in some of the random videos. He just knows what's going on. Like you play some chords and notes. He plays them without knowing what's going on. And it's anyway. So yeah. So we started jamming together, and then we got some. Then we got some other mates in, and we just started like renting out a band practice room, and we just jammed and made music. Then like 2 years ago, we stopped jamming because Johnny moved to Australia to do the whole soul searching thing. And then
did he find himself?
Man, I think he lost even more of himself. That's always what happens when people go on those fucking soul searching things. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, he's back and we've just been jamming. It's fucking fun. It fucks your ears up though. I probably need to invest in earplugs. It really fucks you with your hearing, especially because we're noisy motherfuckers. We lots of feedback and.
Yeah. Well, I've been going to gigs with my dad since I was a nipper. I think my dad took me to my first gig when I was like, I don't know, like 9 or 10. And my dad listens to a lot of the old sort of 80s stuff, synths and loud.
Newman.
Yeah, my dad used to take me to see Newman all the time, and he'd always tell me, go, put some cotton wool in your ears. We're like, nah, I'm fine. And now I've got tinnitus. Like,
fucks you.
And if I go out anywhere now, like if I go to the pub for a night or something, and you know they have like the pub, and then like a DJ comes on at like
I know
10.
how to fix.
I get home and it's like.
Do you know how to fix it?
Fucking hell. How'd you fix it?
Yeah, I know this. This does work, but it doesn't get rid of chronic tinnitus.
How do you get rid of it?
I'm trying to figure out how to describe this in
It's weird.
audio form. So, you know when you cross your fingers, when you're like, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
You cross your fingers like that. Now, uncross them really quickly. So you go like that, okay? So now, you put your thumb at the bottom of your neck. And these crossed fingers at the base of your skull. And you flick, flick, flick. But you've got to have your ears covered with your palms. And you flick.
Who fucking discovered that?
And you hit.
He must be going insane.
Hit. And then it relieves it.
Seriously?
And it's relieved
I'm not as bad as, like, my dad's got it, because my dad's been a gig goer since my dad's like 52, 53. He's been a gig goer since he was like 16. He's got tinnitus, but like, I don't have it, like, I'm not one of those people that has it like all the time, but like, if I've just been out somewhere, or sometimes when I'm just in bed at night, I'm just like, what in the fuck is that fucking noise? Yeah. And it's so weird because you can hear it so loudly, it sounds like someone's blowing a whistle in your ear, but the tiniest movements you make, because it's still a quiet room, you can hear as well. It's so bizarre. I can see why it drives people insane.
Yeah.
But you know, I do wish I'd put cotton wool in my ears. My dad knew best.
Invest in earplugs. It's
definitely
older people always do
it.
seem to know better.
You'll look really gimpy while you're moshing with earplugs in, and people might laugh at you, but you won't hear them anyway. You got earplugs in,
exactly.
and you'll be better off for it.
I think most people who are cool and you would want to think that you're cool would agree with you that earplugs are...
It's like when you're a kid.
Or cotton wool.
No one ever wants to wear the helmet. Because it's like, I don't want to look like some stupid kid people. Fuck it. And then, but wait a second. Think about how many cracked skulls there are. Because they thought they were cool. Well, being dead is not cool.
I think every child should, if they're not wearing a helmet, they should be visited by a kid with a demented skull in school.
This is what happens.
This is what happens if you don't wear your helmet and they've got like a fucking eye.
Better wear your helmet, Johnny, or Rocky Dennis is coming over to pay you a visit.
Please wear your helmet.
I'm not a monster. I am a man.
I was the coolest kid in school.
John Merrick was just he was just a skateboarder, wasn't he? He was just a BMXer. Didn't wear his helmet.
I'd probably sound like John Merrick when I'm asleep. You know, he's
what was it you said? You were talking in your sleep on the way home from Brixton.
Oh, Jesus.
You said something. I can't remember if Bethan was in the car at the same time. You didn't. You just said one word. It was really weird. You rolled over and you went, oh, yeah, smashing. Like that. I went back to sleep. And I was like, yeah, but you did like a little challenge at the start, so I thought maybe in your head you were drinking a beer at a bar, because you went,
oh wait,
you went, oh yeah, smashing, like that, like Bill Sykes or something, like, oh, smashing, like that. And me and Beth were looking at each other like, what the fuck is he dreaming about?
That's weird.
Even I don't know.
No,
but
nobody knows.
Mandalorian came out.
Yeah, so that new Star Wars TV show. It's not available in the UK till March 2020.
I will always say this. As much as I get why it's a big... I've never been a massive Star Wars fan. I like Star Wars, but like when I compare it to me, like Lord of the Rings or like Harry Potter or something, it's like, no, they're just... they're a million
Harry
leagues better.
Potter.
Well, you know what I mean?
Star
like,
Wars
Lord of the Rings.
No, but you see, Harry Potter is consistently good. Whereas, like, the first three Star Wars, oh my god, amazing. The second three, questionable.
There's only one good
and the
Harry
third
Potter film.
three, there's only one good Harry Potter
Prisoner
film.
of Azkaban. I really like that film.
Yeah, but that's the only... Are you actually going to say that's the only
other
one?
ones
Are we actually
really
going to argue this again?
I don't think he argued it last time, though. I think he agreed that Harry Potter was good. He just said he didn't like the child actors.
No,
which I think everyone...
I don't like the child actors.
But he also loves the Alfonso Cuarón one.
Yeah. Well, I agree. That is my favourite Harry Potter film.
He made Children of Men.
Absolutely. I put out a Instagram story on my Instagram and the Threeskins Instagram. Follow. There's somewhere on the screen. If you don't already, please go and follow that. And no one's replied. No one's replied just yet.
It's because
you want to know why? It's because you've done like a video and no one cares for videos. Everyone just flicks through. What you need to do is have like the quiz thing. So it's like, ask me a question, and then people are like, oh my god.
Yeah, as soon as
okay.
it's
Should
true
we do
though.
that then?
Yes.
Right, you guys talk and we'll do that, and we'll do it live on camera so we can prove that, it's straight off the dome. We don't plan any of this.
What's some other things we've talked about before that we can rehash?
I don't know. No.
I was going to get the nipple out. But...
Right. Don't worry about it.
You carry on with that. We'll talk about the Mandalorian.
I
thought it was really good.
Yeah, so obviously it's not available in the UK at the moment, but that doesn't mean...
I don't know how we found it.
It kind of just appeared on our TV.
Yeah, we were just scrolling through.
I think it's a glitch in the system. You might want to sort that out, Disney. Anyway, I thought it was really good. It was just cool.
If you don't want it pirated, make it available to everyone.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Morons. It's good. It's I don't know, there's something about it. It's very like
it's
fun.
gritty.
It's fun, but it's also fun. It's like
fun.
Gritty and fun.
Do you know what's good, right? Is that I was watching it and I was kind of like, oh, he's not going to be one of them bounty hunters that gets everything right and he's like super cool and like like he fucks up a lot. But in the first 10 minutes, he doesn't. He's all like this super cool, like, oh my god, he just took out like all these people and all
it's
this
the
sort
main
of stuff.
guy in that.
It's a Mandalorian.
The bounty hunter. Is that Pedro Pascal from Game of Thrones? He's amazing. I may have to watch this.
Mr. Head Squeeze.
But they do say in it, is it true that you never take your helmets off, so we might not ever see his face?
Nah, they're definitely.
But even still, even as long as you know it's him,
that's definitely a
that's
tease.
pretty cool,
They're
isn't
definitely
it?
teasing. They're definitely like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never get. Of course he's gonna take his helmet off. It's Pedro Pascal. Of course they're gonna go down.
It's
his face.
it's very good show. Very good
Yeah,
show.
I thought it was great.
One thing that Greg reminded me of during it though is that Werner Herzog or whatever his
Werner
name-
Herzog. He's in it, mate. I can't believe he's in it.
He's so
It's like-
great.
does Bill Burr have a big role?
Nah, he's not. Well, he's not
He's
in the
not in the
first
first.
episode.
I understand. It's an alien. I
Understand.
understand.
Because I saw a thing recently, and he said, because he's like self-proclaimed, he's not a Star Wars
Yeah.
fan, but
He
he said,
yeah.
I never liked the original Star Wars films, but he said this series is fucking badass or something. So
He also said he wanted to be in it just so he could be like, yeah. Hey,
To me-
I was just in a Star Wars.
to
and that's-
me, the reason I have not a problem with Star Wars, but the reason I don't care about it like I do for the other films, and it sounds super shallow as fuck, because I'm a big believer in like, I don't, people won't watch stuff just because it's black and white, and I'm like, no, you got to watch it. It's a classic. I think Star Wars now is fucking awesome. Like that man, I just think if it had been made later on, do you know what I mean? Like if Star Wars had been a thing now, I think I'd be in love with it.
It's quite campy.
That's the thing, and because the first one's like super low budget and like no, apart from Alec Guinness, all the actors were unknown. And it's just like it's so corny. Do you know what I mean? And it's so cruddy.
That's
Kinda
kind of so
like
good.
Yeah, but
Potter.
do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
it's kind of like the first.
to me,
the first two
I don't think
Harry
it
Potter
is.
films.
No, but they're not cruddy. They're just American.
No,
They're not
no,
cruddy,
Go
mate.
watch them back. The CGI in them is fucking horrible.
Yeah, but that's just because all CGI in that
the
time
troll
was shit.
looks like a low polygon thing from like a PS1 game.
Look at the troll in the first Lord of the Rings.
There's
Looks
nothing on the PS.
That
PS1
looks shit. The troll in the first
Hagrid.
Lord
It
of the
doesn't
Rings
look
looks awful.
PS1 Hagrid.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point. CGI now is at a point where you can watch it and it's like, okay, this is good. Because for years CGI was at a point
I
where it
still
was
notice
like,
CGI really
"Ah,
bad.
shit." Yeah, you do sometimes, but not if you go and look back now. Like go and look at like Phantom Menace
Yeah.
and like you say, all right, the first two Harry Potter
The
films.
best.
It just
the
wasn't
best
there
ones,
yet.
and is when they did it in the dark
Yeah, like a Jurassic Park.
to sort of
Yeah.
cover the fact
Also,
that it's
also
not
yeah.
when
real.
they mix it with physical stuff, like Mad Max. Mad Max, they do CGI, but they also there's real explosions and
Because
shit.
you see, the second two, the second and third Star Wars, Empire and Return of the Jedi, I really like.
Yeah.
Because that's, when it popped and everyone was loving it. And then, like you said, they had all the puppets and shit and it wasn't CGI. I mean, George Lucas went back and did it CGI again, didn't he? for
He
some reason?
changed some weird
I
shit.
wish he hadn't done that.
It's a bit
But,
of an
like,
odd
it looked
fella,
good.
innit?
But, like, that first one to me is just so... I used to watch it with my dad as a kid and I'd be like... And he'd be like, look at this. He'd be like, look at this. It's brilliant. And I'd be sat watching it like,
Oh, it's like the '60s Batman.
Yeah, that's and
Oh,
I
man,
just
60s
couldn't.
Batman,
I
look at
can't.
this. That's the best.
To me, that's what it's
thing.
like when I watch it. But I think now, I think I need to watch that Mandalorian. I think it might make me fall in love with Star Wars because I saw the trailer. I saw the scene when he's in the bar and the guys attack him, and it looks so fucking cool.
Cuts that
It
dude
It
in
looked
half, man.
amazing.
That dude gets
Yeah, it
sliced.
looks so good. So I think now Star Wars is
Spoiler.
at a point where, like, for me, I think
Yeah.
I can get into it.
Yeah,
Sounds shallow
one
as
of the,
fuck,
One of the
but-
big problems with like the original, like OG Star Wars, is that like you have that motherfucking what's his name, Boba Fett,
Mm.
and
Boba.
he dies like instantly, and he doesn't do anything cool. At least we get to see motherfucker do some cool shit. Some guns and
Mandalorians.
stuff, man. That's
Well,
pretty
I'm
fun.
going to say spoiler alert. I don't know if it was confirmed. If you're watching The Mandalorian, skip like a minute ahead. But I heard that I think Lucasfilms confirmed the other day that Boba Fett survived that thing.
the Sarlacc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're saying that he survived it and he's going to be in the series.
Yeah, I've heard that
Yeah.
too. I'm not sure.
I
if it's
saw.
gonna
Well, I
happen,
saw.
but-
Apparently, they had confirmed it because they said like he's always regretted doing it because for such an iconic character, it was such a shit way to die. Which it
I
was like he
also
falls
heard
into a
that
big
he-
slug.
Yeah,
like
that's
it's
true.
shite. So he
I-
wants to bring him back.
I watched
which
a video a long time ago that's saying that he survived it as well, but
Yeah.
it was
I think that's cool. So normally I wouldn't agree with changing stuff that happened, but I think that's cool.
It does make him more badass.
Yeah, because we're actually going to get to see
'Cause
some
he
cool
gets- he
stuff
gets
from
beaten
him.
by this giant-
hear him it burp So maybe he goes.
Because if you think about it, in the actual,
Well, he does have a jetpack and he's got a flamethrower. That's
the thing.
good
Boba
tools.
Fett's such an iconic, cool character, but when you actually break it down, like if you look at his individual scenes, you don't actually really see him do much. I think it's just the fantasy of his character and the mystery of it, where you're like, oh, that guy is so cool. But in the films, he's like. He's guarding Han Solo when he goes into the ship at the end.
That's it, really.
You see him fly around a slug, and then he falls in a hole. Like that's literally like all of his Star Wars
He doesn't just
scenes,
fall in a hole. He accidentally jetpacks himself into a hole.
It was pretty cool, but that is literally. He's such an iconic character. Those are his only scenes.
What a lame way to die.
Yeah.
Like, imagine having your life.
Yeah.
You're this big badass bounty hunter. Just accidentally jetpack yourself.
Imagine if we get to see in the series like him escaping, like he's in there and he lets off some like sick grenade or something and crawls his way out and like that'd be cool. I agree with that. Would be sick.
That would be pretty sick.
That would be cool.
Welcome back to that 1 minute of stuff that you were supposed to skip just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mandalorian. But before the Mandalorian came out, Greg was a little bit too much like. Oh, I need some space bounty hunter stuff. So he's been watching Firefly and Cowboy Bebop as well.
I love the setting of it.
Is Firefly good? I considered watching it.
It's very dated. You can definitely know because the thing is that it comes from that time before TV became what modern TV is today.
Yeah.
Because like modern TV now, it's near film quality.
Because
really
it's the Netflix era.
But yeah, it's still great though. The characters are fun. It's all good. It's great. I really like it.
It's in the first. I think is it the first episode?
Yeah, the first episode.
There's a bit in it where this guy's like, he says to this other guy, well, maybe you should go down to the thing and see her because she's dead. And this guy's like running, and he's like scared, and he's running down to like the sick bay on the ship, and he's like, and he sees her and she's alive, and then it just literally he's like, and it cuts to like everyone else going, and then he ran down there, and oh man, it made me laugh so much.
That's in Firefly.
Yeah.
No, see, I can't do that. Oh, what? Like it was supposed to be like it was he got pronged.
Yeah, he got pronged.
Who was it? Was it his wife? Did you say?
No, it's his sister.
Sister.
It was his sister. Your sister's dead. Oh my god.
Oh, it's got loads of corny humor. It's great. I love it. I love corny humor, man. I love that shit.
That sounds awful.
No,
it's great.
I give it a chance. And
okay.
And I know for a fact that you won't give Cowboy Bebop a chance.
Oh,
but
Cowboy Bebop.
That's better.
Bebop.
Fucking,
it's an anime.
It's incredible.
It sounds cool. No, I really want to watch anime. I just don't have time to watch any. There's so much stuff at the moment that I want to watch. But I just don't have the time to sit and binge watch
it's
series.
It's hard to describe it. It's basically like this dude. He's like a bounty hunter, and he's got this other dude who's his mate, who's a bounty hunter, and they just like chill together and they just get bounties and shit. It's great.
It sounds cool.
They just go through space doing bounties, man.
Big old space.
Once we've done our normal D&D, we should do a space bounty hunter.
It's got
D&D.
it's got like well animated cartoon boobies.
I may have to watch that.
Oh,
cartoon boobies. The
Everyone
animes they are the best at that. They are the best at the boobies.
It's the future.
Yeah. Fucking hell, we haven't forgotten about Threeskins D&D. We're hoping to start that very soon. Yeah, you forget about everything. You forget that I'm coming over half the time. Came in and he was having a nap.
Smashing.
I had to wake him up.
He only had a nap so that I would get everything set up. That's the only reason he did it.
And even then, I still set most of it up.
What are you talking about? I set up the camera.
You pointed that because you were like, "Oh shit, no, he set that up."
No, you moved that from there to there. That doesn't count as setting up.
I bought the microphone in. I did the lights. It doesn't really matter.
I've had enough of this.
So, Mandalorian. Werner Herzog is in there. Honestly, if you don't like anime, please watch Cowboy Bebop. Watch like 5 episodes and then tell me you don't like anime. It's fair enough. Because then I'll just go, okay.
I've never watched many animes, but it's not because I'm like, oh, it's just I never got.
The problem is that a lot of it is hard to sort of get into because it's weird. Like anime. Anime is really weird because a lot of anime will mix every sort of genre. You know, like you get like
who's genre?
Yeah, but you know, like in England, you get like it's a comedy, or it's like maybe you get an action comedy. Every anime is just goofy, wacky, comedy, action, serious, romance. It has every
genre.
Genre. You mean like Jean as in like Jean-Michel Jarre?
Jean-Michel Jarre, yeah.
Yeah, anyway. It's hard to explain, but anime is weird. I don't like a lot of anime. A lot of anime is just fucking too weird for me. Can't stand some of it. It's like...
But Bebop is like...
It's not too weird.
It's not too weird.
It's some weird bits.
And anime movies. Anyway, Werner Herzog. So Greg reminded me about this wonderful man who talks like, yes, I went into the cave, and in the cave,
wouldn't you agree?
The cave of wonders.
He's incredible. He's like, he's German.
What?
Cave of wonders.
He got shot during a BBC interview.
He got shot during a BBC.
What?
Anyway,
He's literally just there in a BBC interview, and then literally he's like, you hear like this, whoosh, and he's just like, it appears I have been shot.
It's on the internet.
Yeah.
You watch it, fucking hell.
It's with an air rifle though, so he doesn't get like proper
Still,
assassinated.
though.
It's pretty bad. Then later on, he's just like, yes, it seems I'm bleeding, and he just takes his top off, and there's all this blood dripping down.
Oh, fuck.
He's so funny.
yeah, I watched his Cave of Forgotten Dreams thing, which is fantastic. If you're into art or anything like that, it's like the Bible of art. It's so basically they go to France, and in France there's a cave that has the oldest cave paintings by like 10,000 years.
It's insane.
That's giving you an erection.
Oh mate, I'll tell you what, man, these cavemen.
Why don't you tell everybody about where you went?
Dude, these cavemen can fucking
Oh yeah,
draw.
in a minute, yeah.
These cavemen can draw. Can draw better than me. You know what I mean?
They got some. They're using the actual rock face as the shapes of the rock face for dimensions of the animals they're drawing.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It makes no sense.
And here's even crazier.
Even
right?
I think that's quite cool.
You ready for this? Yeah. So some of the boars in it, yeah, have multiple legs drawn on, so 8, and they're like, why have they drawn 8? So they think the only reason they would have done it is for the flickering of the light within the cave, make it look like it's running.
They made
fucking hell,
dude,
yeah.
These motherfuckers were
Yeah.
making anime 20,000
right.
years ago.
Bro, I can't even... I used to always get really frustrated when I was a kid because I always wanted to make one of them like flip books. But like, I'd get like 4 pages in and I'd be like, fucking bored now, it's already gone wrong.
Dude, these
They
cavemen...
were fucking doing that with like bits of
to
chalk
be fair,
and shit.
though,
like, fuck.
I mean, like, being a caveman, you can be bored as fuck. So you got lots of time to practice.
You do have lots.
Yeah,
of
but
time
are
to
they going to be
practice.
bored as fuck though because they've got... They're not. They
haven't
don't
got
think
video
the same
games.
way.
It's
The
like
only thing they know about
30,000
is
years
hunting
ago, man.
and sleeping and
They
fucking.
didn't even have anime. You know, what are they doing with their spare time?
I think if they're hunting, eating, or fucking, I think they're pretty happy, and I'm pretty sure that's all they would have
Ugh.
done. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. And
Ugh.
surviving, like, basic infections.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff they were busy doing.
And like banging fucking holes into each other's heads to let out demons and shit.
That still goes on around the world. Anyway,
Seriously?
yeah, Greg.
Fuck.
I wonder if
Where
it
did you
works.
go last weekend?
Anyway, so I was like, well, I'm going up to Oxford, and I wanted to go to the Natural History Museum in Oxford. They have at the moment an early life exhibit, and they have some of the most early animal fossils ever. We're talking like 565 million years.
He's adorable,
Million
isn't
years
he?
old.
He's adorable.
They
when
have
he talks about this
Kimberella,
stuff.
and they have Dickinsonia. The Dickinsonia is incredible.
What is a Dickinsonia?
A Dickinsonia. Well, we don't know what it is. That's what's so incredible. This is before jellyfish. This is before This is before fish.
Has he
This
been
is
talking about this
before-
already all week?
This is before like
No.
shrimp and shit like that. What it was like it's sort of like this shaped, and it had like it was like sort of like a gelatinous mass. And basically back then,
Matt, that's your new
So me.
nickname.
Yeah, but
the
back then-
gelatinous mass.
back then, because there was no major animal life, and this was the first animal life,
Yeah.
there were no predators for things like microbes. So, like, nowadays, a lot of, like, plankton and stuff like that will eat all the sort of microbes up in the ocean.
Okay.
But back then, they didn't have that, so
So it's just
like,
full of
ocean
fucking...
floor was basically algae and microbes.
Whoa.
And these motherfuckers just floated on top and just ate it. Obviously, they went extinct because they ended
So
up
they're
eating it all.
basically animal Roombas.
Yeah. Mate,
Yeah.
anyway, yeah.
What did you say they were called?
That's a Dickinsonia.
They should have been called Roombas.
Wow.
Rumbasonia or something.
How about you go get a degree in paleontology and you get to decide what they're called?
All right. I'll
actually-
do that when I get home.
Dickinsonia sounds like something that some horny guys done to a PlayStation.
Oh god. This is
Ah,
one of my
no. Dickinsony.
Look, I tell you what, if you round Oxford, if you're near Oxford, go have a look. It's incredible.
Yeah.
But a lot of people probably won't find it interesting because they're tiny.
Who was it you went
But
with?
you have to understand. Well, I went to the exhibit on my own. But...
Oh, did you? Who was taking pictures of you? Because we received some pictures of you walking around all the dinosaurs, looking happy as Larry. Who
That's
took
probably
that?
my sister.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't. I went to the museum with them, but I didn't.
I'm gonna put the picture.
I'm
I'm gonna
the
put.
exhibit.
If
Not
you're
the
watching
exhibit.
this,
Nobody wants to see the exhibit.
if you're watching this now, I'm gonna put up the picture of Greg in the exhibit, looking happy as.
No,
fuck.
that's not even the exhibit.
That
was
I'm
just,
still gonna put the picture.
That
up
was just
anyway.
in an area, but because the thing is, behind me is obviously a bunch of bones, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone's gonna be thinking, "Oh, it's dinosaurs." Those aren't dinosaurs, by the way. Oh, it's gone off.
Ah, you fucking bastard.
The exhibit in the background, those mammals, those are like actual mammals from our time that have just died. Well, some of them aren't. There's a giant Irish elk deer. It's quite some cool things
A
like that.
giant Irish elk deer.
Yeah, so basically,
What the fuck does that look like?
until like a few thousand years ago, Ireland and a lot of Europe had these giant elk. They were massive, but obviously humans ate them all.
Mm-hmm.
That's the history of a lot of like giant mammals, because there used to be loads of them like thousands of years ago. You know, we had mammoths, we had giant sloths in North America, but as soon as people went into America, they just went extinct. Maybe they tasted good.
Oh, okay, shit, we've got loads of questions.
Think about all of the food we've missed
I
out on.
told you it would work.
What do you think mammoth tastes like?
Oh, I bet mammoth tastes really fucking
Yeah,
good. I
yeah.
reckon it's like a beautiful mix between sort of like beef and pork.
I think the Turks still have mammoth. That's what their big elephant-looking leg thing. The kebab. It's mammoth.
yeah. Doner kebab, mate.
Doner
we're-
kebab is mammoth.
we're
meat.
on to
It
you,
does look like an
Turks.
elephant's leg, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. I fucking love doner kebab, mate.
Mammoth.
Man,
We were
Mammoth.
just saying how good it tastes, and is there anything better than when you're on a night out, or just in general, than a
Then
kebab?
a mammoth
Yeah.
leg.
Oh,
That's true. That's
Mammoth
some
meat.
shit.
Before we do that, we should talk about London.
yeah,
And
if
then
you want.
And then we'll just do the rest of those.
Yeah, we've got loads of questions from you guys. I lost faith for a second, but
You-
I was just looking on the wrong thing. You gave us loads of questions. Love.
So we went to London, and we went to go see a battle rapper / cool guy,
Yeah.
Lunacy, and we got there like
There were
really-
loads of cool acts on. There was an act on that record, Yogi Beats.
Yeah, no, there was loads of people.
yeah, it was really good.
I can't remember the other one. The whatever. Anyway, so we go there. We're really early. We're literally the first people there.
Yeah.
And within about like 30 minutes, Luna comes up to us and he's like, "Oh yeah, I know you. You do the fucking food videos." And we were like, "Yeah,
You're
yeah,
pretty
yeah."
recognisable, aren't you? I'll say that, like, I don't get recognised. When we were at the height of our height, I used to get recognised a lot. And now I don't anywhere. But if I do, I'm normally with you.
Matt
I think
is
I
such
just
a
sort of-
recognizable person.
Yeah, I think I just sort of blend in.
I'm just like a big
Whereas you-
fat sloth.
Yeah, I used to
Yeah.
get recognised with Harry like every 10 fucking minutes. Do you know what I mean? Because it was, yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like a
he's
beacon.
like 8 foot, isn't he?
So yeah, he recognised you
Massive.
straight away, didn't he? And then we got talking about fucking challenge videos and dumb shit.
And then yeah, it was really good. Got pretty drunk.
Yeah, you got smashed, didn't you?
No, I didn't get smashed. I got pretty drunk.
You had about 12 beers.
Can't believe
You
you
did.
drank, mate.
You had about
drink-
12 beers.
I didn't drink once when I was in Oxford. I needed a clear head for the museum.
Okay. I didn't drink. I was sober.
I'm actually tempted to go.
Yeah,
get
but
a
you
beer
were
right
driving.
now.
I would have hoped so.
Even if I wasn't, I wouldn't have drank. I didn't drink anyway.
Yeah,
Nah.
he's.
Actually, I had one. I had one beer, and even that made me feel like shit.
I think it's because like when I get into like social situations, I'm like, booze.
It's so
Yeah.
much easier because it like when you're sober, you're overthinking what you're saying and shit. When you're drunk, you don't give a fuck. You just say. That's probably why people always walk off as soon as I get drunk.
You see, I'm the opposite. I get really like paranoid and scattered out when I'm drunk.
Really?
Yeah, and the more worried I
Weird.
get, the more worried I get, the more I can't stop myself being a dickhead. and it's like this horrible vicious circle, and I end up leaving, and I'm like, I was such a fucking.
I don't think it's
douchebag,
alcohol that's doing
like-
this, mate. What you need to do is look.
Most people don't care.
Yeah, I
no
know,
one cares,
but I
really.
can't stop my brain. I mean, it's been better since going on like meds.
We've
and shit,
talked about this on the
but-
podcast before.
I know, I don't
will
drink.
quickly get
Really?
through this. No, but okay, different kinds of alcohol make you different kinds of drunk. We talked about that before.
Yeah.
You need to find the right kind of alcohol for you, my friend.
Yeah. You got to find the right strain of Bifta.
Yeah, it's the same with Bifta, because some strains of Bifta, sometimes you're like, oh, what the fuck, I don't like this. Or sometimes it makes you all like
To be
scatty
fair,
and shit.
but
but
we
sometimes
did
you're like,
enough,
oh,
we did
yeah.
enough drinking videos for him to have tried every kind of alcohol under the
I
sun.
never found an alcohol.
Red wine? You ever try red wine?
I really don't like wine. It gives me a headache. Oh, what a fucking baby.
Anyway, so
Doesn't like red wine.
last week I burnt my elbow.
Yeah,
this
oh,
week
yeah.
I've burnt my
Brutal.
fucking eye.
Yeah. I've only just realised how Matt burnt his eye, but Matt burnt his eye like that when we were in London because in drunken babble on the way home, he just kept going, oh, my fucking eye. And we were like, what's wrong with your eye, Matt? And he was like, oh, outside, I'm a fucking cigarette in it, and my eye. Like that. That was all I got. So I kind of gathered it was something to do. And then when I got it today, he was like, oh, I burnt my eye. I didn't know I put fucking fag out in it. I was like, right. I get it now. Yeah. It's bad. There wasn't when you got out the car. There wasn't anything there.
I knew there would be like in a couple of days because burns just suck, and I can't believe that there's people out there who have been completely burnt.
Oh yeah, man. Fuck that shit.
Oh, how do you
bad, isn't it?
heal?
Mm.
In fact, I know how they heal. They put them in drug-induced comas because it's so painful and so horrible to heal from a full body burn that they just put you in a coma.
That's fucking horrible. That is so horrible.
What about if you like Two-Face? You put them in like a half a coma.
Yes, half their body will be in a coma.
Oh no, yeah, but dolphins do that when they sleep, don't they? They switch off
Yeah,
one
no,
side
but
of their
humans
brain.
are a little bit different to the dolphin.
You
I'm
guys
just-
want to see some of these fucking.
Right, okay.
These questions,
So we went to
yeah.
London and it was great and we
Yeah.
had a really, really good time.
Yeah.
Greg had a good time in Oxford.
I wasn't even invited.
Mandalorian was good. You wouldn't have liked it.
Oh man, that lunacy guy.
There's a reason why we don't
Your-
invite you to
your
anything
mum.
because you just go.
Your
go.
mum smells funny.
See, exactly.
Your mum.
But that
Is
is
that genuinely what you think it was like?
Makes my cum runny.
no, but that
Come
actually
over
is a bar.
here. I want some of that honey. See, that's what they all sound like, mate. I've listened to a lot of rap, right?
Greg's
I listen to
Greg's giving it all
Eminem.
this, yeah. The music he listens to is a guy tuning the guitar. I wouldn't be surprised if
Pretty
you
cool.
found like musicians who aren't musicians. They just get like their pat owl to fucking just prowl on a fucking guitar and they call it music.
Once you understand music theory, it's completely different.
I
Oh yeah,
understand
you wouldn't know. Me and you wouldn't know, us mere mortals.
No, but it's like film theory. Like some films are just trash unless you understand film theory. It's like Citizen Kane. It's just such a boring film, but if you know film theory, it's actually
I'm
quite
kind of
interesting.
with you on that one. Right, you guys asked us some questions. Fucking hell, we're gonna get into them. Okay, it's real articulate stuff.
If you were gonna eat the poop, would the poop taste like chocolate or vanilla?
Would you eat it at the ball or at the bum? Fucking, right, here we go.
He's laughing because that's one of them.
Out the bum.
Close enough.
Out the bum.
Liam Oldfields on Instagram said, "Are you gay apart from Matt?" So me and you, are we gay?
Yes.
I'm not, but
He
Cheers,
is gay.
Liam.
He is gay.
secretly I am.
Liam,
both.
Liam already knew I was.
We are both gay.
Heavy metal _ Falconer, who is a good friend of mine, said pink or brown. I assume he's talking about ice cream.
Brown eyes.
I'm not really a
brown ice
chocolate
cream.
or a strawberry guy, but if I had to choose, it would be strawberry.
No, chocolate's way better, man.
If I had to choose between strawberry or brown, I don't know which one I would choose.
The chocolate ice cream's way better.
I'm not a big fan of chocolate or chocolate ice cream.
Just shove a scissor arm up one of each, snip, and then you have both.
He solved it.
How do
There
you
you go.
put scissors into
That
ice
answered
cream?
your question.
Okay. It's the Neapolitan, man.
Luke __ right on Instagram. These are all on Instagram. Said, when's the next video out on Matt DWMC with all three of us?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know. You got anything planned?
I mean, we did have something planned, but he couldn't come.
Was that the Halloween video?
We were going to have him in the grave, man. I was going to just smash him up.
Yeah.
We were actually planning when he came over, I was just going to ambush him and beat the shit out of him with a sledgehammer.
We've spoken about loads of ideas. I think the next thing we might do is a parody.
Parodies.
I want to do I want to do a sketch with you guys, like a skit thing. Yeah, fuck yeah. Those are my favourite videos of yours.
I think one of the best skit ones we did was the Mystery Unbox. I really liked that video.
Yeah,
that was great fun with that. I had great fun with that.
The editing was amazing.
And the best thing is the comments. It's like, this isn't real. It's like, oh shit, you caught us out.
Okay, Candle of Yanni said, this is very in Sonic the Hedgehog video games, he smiles on one side.
Yeah.
Is that a Bell's palsy diagnosis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Do you understand what that means?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that might be likely. I mean, it's good because it's very inclusive. It's very, you need a diverse. You need people with different.
Does that mean the troll face is Bell's palsy?
No, I
don't know if I said the name of that person.
I think that's cherubism.
It was Candle _of_
Big
Yanni.
Ed.
Yeah, no, cherubism's when he got like the big old jaws.
Have you seen those people that actually have cherubism?
I have.
Unfortunate, isn't it?
It is. It's not a life I would choose.
Oh no!
You wouldn't.
Yeah, we know you'd have to say it.
Yeah, we know it. Just don't say it.
Of course we all
that is
know
a good
it.
question. I like that question. Sonic Hedgehog has Bell's palsy.
It's less of a question than it is.
But normally, people with palsy aren't very good at.
I've never heard of it. I've heard of cerebral
I think
palsy.
we need to go find. We need to
it.
find people with Bell's palsy and just be like, look, can you cut up on a ball and have a roll?
Okay.
Let me check PayPal.
James Taylor, with an X instead of an A and two S's, said, the worst video you've ever done.
Is that the one that is the shittest, or is it just the one that was the worst of film? Or
I'm going to say probably... Yeah, say that... as it's interesting, it's more interesting than... what was like the hardest
Yours is
one.
probably fucking shaving your head.
Nah. I wasn't that bad, Because at least you were fucking with me, but we were all aware that you were fucking with me. My least favourite times are when you two are fucking with me and I don't know about it. That's what gives me extreme anxiety. Like on the 0.5, if you haven't watched that yet, when Matt pretended to be psychic, freaked me the fuck out and made me look like a right dickhead online. And that had me in my bedroom for 3 days.
That was actually pretty fun. Oh, he's reading my thoughts right now. Don't think any bad thoughts. I
knew 100% that he wasn't I knew it was a trick, but it was frustrating me because I could not figure out how it was a trick.
He was like, is there a website where you can get people's passwords?
It wouldn't surprise me if there was.
Yeah,
that's true.
There is.
I bet there is. Right. Okay. I'm going to check.
In answer to your question, worst video.
Oh.
Just whatever people find the most boring. If I made a video that's boring, then I apologise.
Yeah,
good answer.
I honestly don't know. Like, shittest video? I guess any of the video... We've made tons of videos that are just failures.
Oh, yeah, loads.
So, all of those.
And people want to see them, but you really don't. It's boring.
Yeah, the amount of times we've tried like an experiment or something, it's just fucked up, and we're just like...
And we're just like looking at each other like we just spent like 30 quid on this.
Yeah, and we're just like, okay, fuck this. Let's not do that again.
Yeah, got any more questions for us? The goof.
Yeah,
goof
kind
stuff?
of along the similar lines. Kyle127 said, "What's the most painful video you've ever filmed?" Painful.
Good question. probably like overall out of like Where's My Challenge, Screwball, and my personal channel, it would probably be getting hit in the arse like 10 times with that whip thing.
Oh yeah, man.
Fuck.
I forgot about that. That was so bruised, man.
My ass was bruised for like a month.
Purple.
Okay. Was that? Were you talking about the whip then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was. I remember when you showed me that after you did it. It was one of the most savage things I've ever
Literally, you
seen.
couldn't sit properly.
It was funny because
hell.
Greg, like 4 days later, I'm like, Greg, I have to do it on the bruise. I have to do it. Like, I was just playing in my mind, like, I have to do it on the bruise. I can't just end this like, here's my ass. I have to do it on the bruise. And Greg was like, are you sure, man?
Was that like the worst? Was that like the worst pain ever?
A blood clot or something.
If you got a blood clot on your bum, that would not be even fun.
It would have good views though.
That's
Good views.
Blood
Sorry,
clot.
what were we gonna
Blood
say?
clot
Yeah,
bum.
blood clot.
Okay. Planet.odd on Instagram saying, have eyelashes as fingers or fingers as eyelashes? I need a second to think about that in my head. Hang on. So fingers for eyelashes. I'd rather have eyelashes for fingers, and then I would just like have like those prosthetic fucking hands, or I would just have
easier, isn't it?
Or I would just have, because if you had eyelashes as fingers, it would just look like you had hairy hands with no fingers. It would just look like you had your fingers chopped off. And I don't want fingers hanging off my fucking eyes and my face.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Zoidberg. And what you could do is you could just put like Cheetos on your chest, yeah? And then just like...
like an elephant, like feeding it into your fucking mouth with its trunk.
Well, you're saying fingers, but...
Fingers for eyelashes.
Do you get thumbs as well?
Shums.
Well, it said fingers, so...
Sure.
Why not? You may as well.
Yeah, I guess I'd have it. Yeah, because that'd be quite interesting.
You could have fingers on the top, right? And then the bottom eyelashes could be your thumbs. And then you could, like, grab shit with your face.
You wouldn't even need to, like... Yeah, it'd be great, because, like, you could... For example, you get, like, a... What do they call it? Like a telescope. And you pick it up and you just hand it to your hands. And they hold it for you. That'd be really handy.
Imagine the amount... Imagine the amount of things that people would figure out. You know, like how we've discovered like juggling and like Diablo and all these crazy things with our hands. Imagine having like even one more hand. The amount of crazy stuff people would be able to do with it.
Yeah.
I think that's a great experiment.
Cool parkour.
You need to make Matt a bionic arm.
Well, he still needs to make me some fake like legs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, or that. We need
There's
to make...
no way I could make actual fake legs. That'd be so...
I'll help you out. We could do that.
What do you know about making fake legs?
I know a little bit here and there about the gluing and nailing and banging of stuff together.
Well, I guess we just get some wood.
We could. I reckon me and you could make something.
It has to be very lightweight.
We could make one of them, like, you know, them big like metal frame legs that kids wear when they break their legs. We could make one of them out of like wood and like metal latches and stuff.
It has to be very lightweight.
You could do it. I reckon we could do it.
Like, is it carbon fiber? Well, they make bikes out of.
So
they're really strong, but
We'll have a look.
light.
There's no way we can afford carbon fiber.
I don't know.
Now we'll make it out of like plastic straws.
Just
and
go down the
recycled
dump.
plastic straws.
Go down the dump.
Go down the dump and rob some
Okay,
old bikes.
I've got a bit of a stoner thought question from Myers Keith 21.
Myers Keith.
Describe not seeing colour. Now, none of us, I mean, to my knowledge, none of us are colourblind, right? But then that's the thing.
What's colour?
How do we know?
Yeah, here's how you replicate blindness. Go like that, and tell me what you see in your right eye.
Fuck all, Greg.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
right.
what I like. It's not black. It's not anything. It's just nothing.
Yeah, but we're not talking about being blind.
It's
We're
not.
talking
Yeah,
about
but
being...
that's not seeing colour though.
No, but you are
Because
seeing
you can
colour
see,
out of your eye.
but if you see black and white, that's still colour. Black and white.
No, but imagine if describe only being able to see in black and white. Oh yeah, you just only be able to see.
You watch Citizen Kane?
Yeah.
There you go.
Great.
Citizen Kane.
I was against you for a second. And then you
Full
said, I was
circle.
like,
Full
yeah,
circle.
I'll give you that. You got that. Pickle Dilly 7 said, "What part of life has changed since you finished with YouTube?" Well, that's
I guess that's for you, mate.
yeah.
Acting career went mad.
Went mad.
It's Channel 4 content.
Yeah.
You would be good in the Channel 4
do you know
program.
what? I think just people overestimate so much how big we were. Like, people talk to me like it was such a fucking mega deal, and it's like I was some like celebrity and I gave up the high
but you
life.
don't see it, but it was.
Yeah, I know, but people act like I gave up the high life, and it was like, no,
That's
I'm
true,
still.
yeah,
do you know what I mean? People are
yeah.
like, you must have been earning a fair bit. You must have been living it higher.
Like,
you gave all that up, and it's
buy a
like,
mansion
no,
and,
no, I didn't. I didn't give anything like that.
I mean,
up.
yeah, if you lived in a mansion, of course you wouldn't give that up.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I mean. People sort of overestimated that, but no,
Think about how many people.
I'm a
watch you
lot
guys.
better off in my life without YouTube. I think because I grew up.
He's
on
annoyed
YouTube.
that we have to upload stuff on YouTube, but like it's the only place.
I'm not annoyed. No, I'm
we
not
can
annoyed
put
that we have to.
anything.
No, I'm not annoyed that we have
I'm
to
annoyed
upload
that
stuff
you
to
come in
YouTube.
here and put dog hair in my house. I'm allergic to. Right? That's why I don't like about him quitting YouTube.
Fuck off, Craig.
But tell you what, you would be good in like a Misfits TV show, you know, something like that. Something really corny.
Undateables.
They're filming that in Southampton at the moment, you know. Undateable's latest season is in Southampton.
How does he know?
Because my mates have been sending hundreds of videos to each other, just like, look at them! Like, fucking hell. What is all this shit I'm covering?
Okay, so let me think about this, yeah. Like, Undateables...
Nah.
They're kind of laughing at people with disabilities, aren't
Oh yeah,
they?
it's fucked.
So
It's
wait,
a disgusting
how's that okay?
TV show. Yeah, it's horrible. But it's like, Undateables, it's not unwatchable. It's really fucking, you're like, oh, this is disgusting. But you just have to keep watching because it's amazing to see
I'd
what
love
it's
to hang
like.
out with some of them. They seem well cool.
It's a modern day Jerry Springer where it's like
It's so innocent.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You oh my god, it's God, watch some of the old Jerry Springers now with like the PC with a PC mind where it's like, oh my god, look at this homo tranny with no legs. And everyone is like thinking, whoa.
But this homo tranny is a racist. But she has a black lesbian boyfriend with yeah, but you know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, I'm coming out as a Nazi to my black girlfriend. It's the most mental shit.
I don't think we will ever get to the height of television that Jerry Springer did.
Television's just not the same as it was anymore. It's not the same. Or there's no such thing as television really anymore. Most channels are just reruns of old series and shit. And the only new television that's out is the same series that they do every year. You know, like your Apprentices, Strictly's. But then you've just got the crappy daytime TV, which is just like Piers Morgan reading out
But what about
tweets.
the Witcher TV series that's coming out?
Yeah, but you know what I mean. That's what I mean.
Television is rubbish. Streaming services, fantastic.
But to me now, series like TV series are completely different to series that you watch on the TV. I don't consider a Netflix series.
What do they have these days?
A TV
they have,
series.
like you said, they got that something dance thing where they get like famous people to dance.
Famous people with dance.
It's Strictly Come Dancing.
Oh yeah.
What else they got? They got
Apprentice,
Celebrity.
I'm a Celebrity, all that stuff.
They had that Celebrity Big Brother.
When I saw you go,
What's
I
his
knew
name?
something out of Storybook.
I found
Who
that
did they have
music
on it?
video earlier today.
Oh, did you?
Gary Busey, that guy.
Gary Busey.
I love that dude,
Gary
man. That's
Busey.
I can't wait to get head injury one day and just turn into him.
Do you know
Don't wear your helmet.
when 2.5 Men, when they got rid of Charlie Sheen and they replaced him with Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah.
Do you know he was their second choice and they originally wanted Gary Busey to replace him?
That would have been incredible. I would have watched that.
know.
That would have been incredible.
I
I
know.
actually would have watched
They
that.
wanted Gary
Yeah,
Busey
gosh.
to replace. It's like, I love the idea, but what's the point? They're basically like the same person, Charlie
Dude,
Sheen and Gary
there's-
Busey. What's the point?
I don't know if it was MTV, but one of those fucking TV shows in the early noughties made a TV show called I'm with Gary Busey. And it's basically, they got this kid and they just made him hang out with him all day. And it's literally, that's the TV show. It's so funny.
Nah, is that real?
Yeah, it's incredible.
That's amazing.
That's great. That is great.
Oh, here's one for you two. J-Bomb 2006 said, "What's the most you've ever drank?"
You You can't answer that question properly because
because
you don't remember.
You always black out. I think probably the one time I know that I drank loads because everyone was talking about it was, I think it was like my 19th, 20th birthday. We were at the pub that used to do £2 drinks.
Oh,
And
I can't imagine.
I was getting fucking drunk as fuck. I had at least like maybe 7 pints until I started proper blacking out. But Matt was there. And he's like, oh yeah, my brother's old enough to drink. You hang out at a pub, and he's just giving me like Strongbow mixed with what's it they called a Strongbow
Snake bite.
Yeah, snake bite. It's just giving me this snake bite constantly, and oh mate, I woke up the next day and I felt like I'd been poisoned. I felt like
You had by the snake bite.
It was fucking horrible, man.
That's the venom, boy.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, even recently I fucked myself up.
It was the kind of thing where Greg was like falling asleep at like the pub, like
yeah.
And then I'd just be like, "Hey, Greg, someone bought you a beer," and you're like,
Oh mate, I missed the I lost this video that my friends made of me a few years ago, where I got so drunk at the pub. And I was walking through like the town, like sort of centre on my way back, and I'm just there, like, like when people do like an accordion sort of thing.
Yeah.
I just looked like that. I was like going down from squatting up and just being like, I don't even know how I got back, and I can't remember. I have to find out how I got back.
I don't know.
It's scary, isn't it?
I don't think this is the most I've ever drank, but the most drunk I can actually, as far as I can remember being, was the first time I ever came around your house, and we'd filmed a video called Battle Shots, and I was like 16 years old. Yeah, Shipwrecked. That was it. And a little side fact, because I'm sure it doesn't really matter anymore. But when we used to say that I was 18 and I was doing all these drinking videos,
We've said this before.
I wasn't. Yeah, I know, but have we said this before?
Yeah, it sets up for the context.
Anyway,
Oh, right, yeah, no. I was 16 years old, and I'd have to tell people I was 18, and hence why a lot of people were like, "That's the fucking gimpiest looking 18-year-old." That's because I wasn't.
How old are you now?
I was 16. I'm 22 now.
You are the gimpiest 22-year-old I've ever seen.
See that? No, I'll take that, because I am actually 22. So if you want to say it to me, that's cool. I probably am the gimpiest 22-year-old
I ever met you.
Was that the first time you met me?
Yeah, and he was like, who fit into a bowl?
I was
Go on,
16
sorry.
years old. If you watched Where's My Challenge, you'll know how skinny I was. Like, I lived on a diet of like cups of tea and crisps. Like, I'm all right. Well, I'm bigger than I was then.
Oh, okay.
Like then I was like I was made of twiglets.
Lend you some blubber, my son.
I know. I'm putting it on rapidly though.
Hey,
fucking can't remember what I was gonna say. Yeah, that was it. And I don't eat anything, so I always had an empty stomach as a kid.
This sounds like excuses, Greg.
Drank a whole, pretty much, apart from like 5 shots, 6 shots, 7 shots. How many shots did you have then? It was like 4 each on the board, wasn't it?
We shared the bottle, but I gave you a lot of it.
Yeah, I drank
So I feel
quite
bad.
a large quantity of Kraken rum, and it did not. It liked me at the time. At the time, I was having a great time, and I was too scared to go home to my family because obviously I was 16 and it wasn't just I was a bit tipsy. I was fucking wankered. And I asked Matt if I could stay around here for the night, and he was like, yeah. And all I can remember is crying and puking into a bowl, apologising to Matt's mum, and then waking up the next day naked on his sofa.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
That's all
it was amazing.
I've never felt so hungover. Even thinking about it gives me, like, the shivers. Like, I couldn't move my head without vomiting.
Dude, it gives me the shivers because do you know what it reminds me of?
What? What does it remind you of, Matt? Have you forgotten?
That fucking football show. Sunday
Yeah, we
morning
watched
football.
Soccer AM, didn't we?
That's it.
And I hadn't watched Soccer AM in years, and I'm sat there like I can barely move my head or talk, and Matt's asking me all these football questions, and I'm like,
You should have just told me to shut the fuck up.
Like, it's just so bad. Yeah, that's probably. But the most I've drank is probably we did a video. Do you remember that basketball video? And we had to drink the alcohol every time we failed, and the alcohol got increasingly stronger, and I failed every single one, and by the end of it I was drinking absinthe out of a bottle. and then we went to the pub and had a beer. And bro,
I think I remember.
I was very drunk.
The most I've ever drank.
Yeah.
It's when I came home from the pub and Matt was there with this bottle of whiskey. And he was like, "Yeah, we're filming a video, Greg."
Oh shit! Was that the drunkest you ever got?
I think I was fucking wasted when I got. I was like browning out, and I got back, and Matt's there with this bottle of whiskey, and I drank half.
What video was this? Is this video still up?
No, it never got really. It got
corrupted.
It got corrupted.
I drank half a bottle of whiskey with him after drinking the whole day.
What was the
drinking
video?
for like 10 hours. I was fucking wasted.
It was the Indiana Jones, like, you drink a shot of whiskey, then I
That
drink
would have
one.
been amazing.
Then you drink one, then I drink. And Greg was dressed up as the woman from
Oh my
Indiana
god!
Jones.
It would have been the best video we ever released.
Why does the best footage always get corrupted?
And there's no way I'd ever do that again because I fucking died. I had work next morning. Woke up, I was like, I'm not going to work.
Yeah, but what if you just did it with whiskey this time without drinking beforehand?
Nah.
Still fuck you up.
The thought of it, it's
The
like
whiskey, not your
The
drink
thing is,
then.
I don't really remember it, but I remember that I should not drink whiskey again.
It's just a constant niggling thought.
Yeah, it's
again.
like you know, like how you have things like ingrained into your brain. You don't know how it got there. Like don't touch fire or stuff like that. It's like that to me now. It's like I look at whiskey and I'm like, oh, don't touch that. You shouldn't touch that.
Well, I'm sure whatever you edit this together, it sound a little bit okay.
Yeah, it'll be alright.
We think we were talking about whiskey and rum.
We had a few more questions, but we need to wrap this podcast up because it's incredibly fucking boring.
Rippity rap, hip hop, hippity hop, hip deep deep bop, rap, rippity roo, whoa. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Threeskins Podcast number 52.
Yeah, we're going to save some of your questions for next time, or when we next do some question and answer things, I'll save them. So don't worry, they will get answered if you ask us questions.
If you are listening to us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify, on Spotify you can't leave a review, but you can on the others. And, Castbox.
You can't leave a review on Spotify.
It's stupid, isn't it? Castbox, Player FM, Apple Podcasts. Please leave a review and give us 5 stars or 4 if we're not quite.
If we're not quite.
At least be honest.
Yeah, which we accept. I think we'll be the first to admit that it's a shambles.
You gotta big yourself up, otherwise no one else will.
I think a 3 out of 5 stars is good.
Just 1. Anyway, so tip jar down below.
Yes.
Everything else down below.
Yes.
You want to watch
Am I very red?
No. If you want to watch any more of our stuff, there is a playlist, and the playlist will play from ending to beginning, and you can also obviously watch it the other way around, but
Yeah, because YouTube playlists are dumb. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching.
More beers, man.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Get lost.
That's like the nicest way of being like, get the fuck up.
Get lost.
I have spoken.
I'm taking your missus.
See you, space cowboy.
See you next time, space cowboy.